time for HopeKids already? I guess so. I came today to say hey to y'all and HopeKids and to teach y'all how to be a race car driver. Are you ready to drive a race car? If you are, give you a big old yeah! There it is. I got some race car drivers out there. All you gotta do, put your hands out on the steering wheel, just like that. Then put your foot on the gas, and then you just hit that gas and get going. Hit the brakes. There you go. That's your first lesson in being a race car driver. But there's one big, huge lesson you gotta know if you want to be a really good race car driver. Are y'all ready to hear it? Are you sure? Okay, now let's go find out what that big lesson is. So y'all have to, first things first, you got to keep your eyes on the road at all times. So whatever y'all are doing, boys and girls, you got to give all your focus on the road. And act like I'm the road and just focus on everything I say, and y'all will be the fastest, best race car drivers that this world's ever seen. Are y'all ready? All right, so first things first, the first big thing I want y'all to remember today. It's the biggest thing, and it's the first thing to do. Y'all ready? The big idea. Start with God. That's right. Y'all say it with me one time. Start with God. One more time. Start with God. That's it. Now what does that mean? Well, think about it this way. I got my racetrack here. As you can see, I built it all on my own. That's a nice little racetrack. I got my race cars. A white one there. There's my green one, my favorite. Y'all like Hot Wheels? Raise your hand if you like Hot Wheels. Yeah, Hot Wheels are awesome. But I got my race cars, I got my racetrack, and we're gonna see how we can drive them. But you see, I got everything I need. But the main thing we want to do is to keep the car on the track, right? Because if it goes off the track, it's gonna crash, and that ain't no good. That ain't no good, right? So the next thing that we need to talk about is the two ways that we can try to keep our car on the track. Are y'all ready to hear them? Okay. Well, the first way, because remember, before we get talking about these two ways, the main goal is to keep it on the track. Because just like those cars, we want to go super far. We want to go really fast, just like this right here. You see how fast I was? I bet y'all didn't know I was that fast. I tried. But we want to go really fast, and we want to win the race. We want to be number one. So to make sure we have a good race car track, there's two ways we can try. Y'all put two fingers up. Say two ways. The first way we can try is we can try to do it by ourselves. Now, when I was first starting out as a race car driver, my very first race, you know what I tried to do? I was a Hot Wheel driver. I had my cars, I had my track, and I tried to build my track on my own. All by myself. I said, I don't need no help. I got big enough muscles to do it. And I even thought, man, I'm like a superhero, I'm so strong. I don't need nobody's help. I got this. So I tried to do it on my own. And let's see what happens when we try to start on our own and do it all by ourselves. We're gonna find out. But let me show you real quick. I got this track I built all by myself. And we're gonna see what happens when we try this first way to try to keep our car on the track and we start on our own, all by ourselves. Are y'all ready? Give me a countdown. 3, 2, 1. Go. Oh no! The race car crashed off the track. It didn't even stay on the track. I tried to build it myself. I thought I did a good job. Oh no! Everybody say, put the thumbs down and say, boo! That's not good. That's not what we wanted to happen. But that's the first way we can try. We can think we got it and we don't need no help, and we think we're a superhero with our cape. Y'all like my cape? I wanted to show it off. But we can think we're a superhero, we're strong enough. But you saw what happened? The car went off the track. Everybody put your thumbs down again and say, oh no, that's not what we wanted to happen. And that's where I learned my first race, where I couldn't do it on my own. I can't do it by myself. I can't build my own track. I need help. And we all need help. We can't do it on our own. So what do we need to do? The second way, after the first way was trying on our own, the second way we can try to race our race car down the racetrack is start with God. Y'all remember that big idea? Say it with me one more time. Start with God. That's it. We can start with God. And when we start with God, at the start of the racetrack, right beside your race car, God does things that only God can do. Because God is the real superhero. God's got the real muscles, more than we could ever have. So we look to God and we start with God. And you know what God tells us? When we start with God, God tells us in Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. In the Bible it says, trust God from the bottom of your heart. Trust God from the bottom of your heart. Everybody touch the heart. Don't try to figure out everything on your own. Don't try to figure out everything on your own. That's how cars crash, remember? Listen for God's voice. Listen for God's voice. And everything you do, everywhere you go, he said He's the one who will keep you on track. God is the one who will keep you and your race car on track. That's right. That's what it says right here. God says not to figure out everything on your own. That we can't do it on our own. He knows our car's going to crash. So He's there to help us because He knows we need help. How awesome is that? That God's there to help us. Y'all clap it up for God. Woo! And instead of trying on our own, you know what we can do? We can start with God. And we can trust God from the bottom of our heart. Everybody touch your heart. And listen to God's voice. Listen. Y'all listening? Y'all listening? And everything you do, everywhere you go. So when we start with God on this racetrack, y'all want to see what happens? All right, let's find out. Y'all give me 1 second, and you're going to see a whole new racetrack. Because God races way better than we could ever race. Go! Whoa! Did y'all see that? Woo! Yeah! That was awesome! Everybody clap! Yeah! That's worth celebrating because that is the difference when we start with God. Man, this racetrack's so much better with God than it is by ourselves. Do y'all see the difference? Yep, I do too. See the difference with God? Is you start with God and He'll be there to help you. And look what the difference is in the race car. Look at that. Just like the race car, He'll help you stay on track. That's right. Look at him go. Woo! All right. Now my race car drivers out there, y'all ready? Give me a yeah. All right. Grab your steering wheel like this. Hit the gas.